We're continuing on with our series on health and what you can do to maintain it. The last time we checked in with our friends at the Battenkill Valley Health Center in Arlington, we explored mental health, especially for teens and adolescents. Today, we're going to take a look at the other end of the age spectrum, senior citizens, those folks who are now of a certain age that makes them eligible for retirement benefits. It's just as important, probably more important, to stay active physically at this point as it was at an earlier stage in the life cycle, especially when retirement offers more free time, which means you can get out for a daily walk or a visit to a fitness center. So we headed over to the Arlington Common and their fitness center that's located behind the Watkins House and met up there with Lindsay Sherman of the Battenkill Valley Health Center, where she introduced us to some fitness experts who had some useful and doable exercise tips to offer.
Hi, we're joining you here from the Arlington Common today. We'll be focusing on physical activity and strengthening as we age. My name is Lindsay Sherman. I am the Population Health Manager at Battenkill Valley Health Center. I am a health coach and I work with patients with chronic disease. I do prevention and management of chronic disease. And joining me today is, first we have Susan Toth. And Susan, do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, Lindsay, thank you. I'm an Arlington resident here, and I have been in fitness for over 30 years. I began as a fitness program director for the General Foods Corporation in New York, then became a physical education teacher and fitness director at my school, and then went on to become an athletic director in my community. So I've taught many classes, all different levels, from pre-K all the way through seniors. And I enjoy teaching fitness for people for extended periods of time.
Thank you. That's impressive. All right, so Susan's going to show us some exercises. She'll focus on cardiovascular exercises we can do at home, strengthening, and balance, and this is obviously all super important as we age. So Susan, would you mind demonstrating some exercises that people can do at home?
I will, most certainly. I'm going to be starting with something that I call, fitness in 5. It's 5 different cardio exercises, and you can perform these at home in 1-minute durations, and then you could do several sets if you wanted to. When you start, even 5 minutes of any type of exercise is great. Remember always to consult your physician before starting an exercise program. The first exercise that I would like to show you is just marching in place, just very simple. Breathing, counting, put on your favorite music, and just go along for about a minute. Very simple. The higher you raise your arms, the higher your heart rate goes. So if you would like your heart rate to come down a little bit, you're going to keep your arms down low. If you want more vigorous workout, bring your arms up. The second exercise I'm going to show you is a step toe touch with moving your arms. So all it is a step to the side. Very basic. And again, you can count it out. Make sure that you're breathing at all times. Or count 1, 2, whatever is comfortable, or if you have your favorite song on, sing along to that song. The next exercise is walking forwards for 4 and back for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4, and forward. 2, 3, 4. You can add a clap as you go. 1, 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, and forward. 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, and just keep it going. Good job. Next exercise, we're going to be going back to our marching in place, and we're just going to use simple jump rope arms. And I'm sure you can remember a few jump rope rhymes from your childhood. You could sing along with those. And lastly, we're going to do what's called a heel press, pushing your heels out in front with a simple arm swing. Again, the higher you raise your arms, the higher your heart rate is going to go. Also, you can push your arms out to the front. Again, by raising your arms up, increases your heart rate. Always remember to breathe or to count. Again, you're going to repeat these exercises if you want a longer workout, but start with 1 minute for each of those exercises. Most importantly, you're going to hydrate after any cardio exercise. The next segment I'd like to show you is some strengthening exercises. Strengthening, I would encourage you to do 2 to 3 times a week. Cardio that I just showed you, you could do every day. We are going to start with a simple bicep curl. Feet apart, knees slightly bent, and you're going to curl. Right now I'm showing you with a set of hand weights. If you do not have hand weights, you might go into your pantry and find a couple of soup cans or vegetable cans. Another way you can do it is if you have 2 water bottles. Again, most importantly, as you're exercising, breathing or counting those repetitions. Now that was the bicep muscle. We're going to try the tricep, which is the opposing muscle, which is in the back here. You're going to bring your hand up to your side and you're going to extend out and back, keeping your elbow high. Any of the strengthening exercises, you're going to try to perform between 8 and 10 repetitions when you start out. As you're moving along through the weeks, you can increase that up to 12. Now, we just did one side, we have to do the other arm. Remember, elbow is high. This is, again, the tricep muscle. Okay, we're going to go back and use our hand weights, and we're going to do something called an overhead press. You're going to bring your weights up to your shoulders, and we're just pressing upwards. If you have shoulder problems, you're going to drop your weights, and you're going to do just pushing up and down. Again, performing 8 to 10 repetitions. Next one, we're going to try the water bottles again, and we're going to do something called the side lateral raise, and bringing it down, and up, and down, and up. Again, performing 8 to 10 repetitions, depending on where you're starting with your fitness level. And the last one, we're going to perform what is called an upright row. I'm going to go back to my free weights, bend over, and I'm going to pretend that I am pulling back and rowing. Those are fitness for 5. Again, remember, very important, you are going to hydrate. Lastly, I'd like to show you a few balance exercises. I'm going to start with a chair, and you're also going to find a chair at home or the side of the wall. I'm going to start with what I'm going to put this way, so as you can see, start this way with a knee balance. So you're going to bring your knee up, you have both your hands on the chair. When you feel comfortable, you're going to try to raise one hand off. And again, if you feel more comfortable as you're practicing, you're going to raise both hands off. It's very important to focus on something straight ahead and not to drop your head. Again, performing on one leg, we now need to switch over to our other leg, starting with fingers, one hand off, and if you can, the other hand goes off. Standing up nice and tall. Our next exercise is heel to toe walking. You're going to place one of your feet in front of the other, and you're going to slowly balance and walking forward. When you get maybe 8 or 10 steps, you're going to reverse it. Again, make sure that chair is near you in case you need to hold on to it, or you're performing it next to the wall. Next one is sitting to stand. Very important. So I'm sitting in my chair, shoulder width apart with our legs. Very important for balance. Standing up and sitting down. Make sure your chair is there. And up and down. If you don't want to position your hands there, you can bring them up from the side and down. And we'll try one more. Good. All right. Standing leg raise with a balance. Okay, so again, side leg raise, out to the side, holding on to the chair, and lifting as you can, keeping your shoulders back, looking straight ahead, and slowly coming down. Again, performing it on the opposite side. Raising up, hand off, other hand off if you can, and spotting something to look at. And our last exercise is the tree pose. You may know this from yoga. You're going to pull your leg up to the side, hold on to the chair. When you feel comfortable, again, removing your hand, and if you slowly can, bringing your hands up and looking at something straight ahead and coming down. You want to eventually hold your balances between 15 and 20 seconds. And again, remember always to hydrate when you're exercising. Your strength conditioning exercises 2 to 3 days a week. Balance and cardiovascular, you can do exercise every day. 150 minutes of exercise is basically the minimum requirement for anyone in our age particular group.
Then I was on to some examples of some exercises which you can do using some of the cardio machines at the Commons fitness area.
All right, so joining us is Jeff Barclay, the fitness manager here at the Arlington Common. Thank you for having us come by here today, Jeff. And he's going to give us a little background about himself and then show us some of the machines here at the Arlington Common and how we can use them and how they can benefit us. So, Jeff, thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay. So, relatively new on board here at Arlington Common, but am thrilled to be a part of this amazing fitness center. And I bring about 35 years of experience in the school world of athletics and physical education and health education. So, while my experience is with students typically at younger ages, my role here at the fitness center is to help members become comfortable with this facility, the machines, and then I can help them set up their exercise programs and help them to reach their goals with their exercise and fitness. So we have a number of machines which are here for cardiovascular strengthening and exercise, which we're going to have Lindsay help us demonstrate. And then as you can see on the other side of the room and around where Susan was, we have a couple of resistance machines which offer a little bit of heavier weights. We have a rack of dumbbells for upper body and arm and shoulders, and 2 rowing ergometers, which our fitness members get a lot of use from. So without further ado, Lindsay's going to just kind of walk us through the basics about how to use this treadmill, which we're going to let you know is really easy. So for safety purposes, we're going to have her clip this to herself, which is the emergency kind of shutdown. If you do, do kind of get too far away from the machine, it will shut down immediately. So we're going to have Lindsay straddle the machine first. So her feet are not on the mat, and then she's just going to hit the green button to get it going. And then once it gets going, she is just going to put her feet on the mat, and it will get going at the slowest possible speed. Buttons over here on the right to increase the speed a little bit as needed. So she's going to take that up to 1.3 miles an hour there. And this is just in manual mode, and you can also get a little bit more resistance on your cardiovascular system and build strength in different muscles by inclining the treadmill to simulate walking uphill. And you notice that quite a bit pretty quickly
Yes.
with your heart rate and your breathing. So Lindsay's going, slow and easy. The handles here also will take your heart rate. If you are aware of what your target heart rate is, that can help you stay in your target heart rate zone, and we can help you find out whatever that is. So she's walking uphill pretty steeply at the moment, and anyway.
Getting me used to the terrain in Vermont here.
Very good, very good. So that's our treadmill.
Great, and this has also, cardiovascular-wise, and all the exercises today really are great for diabetes and hypertension, some chronic disease prevention and management. So exercising is really great for those chronic diseases, especially as we age.
All right, we're going to have Lindsay demonstrate our elliptical trainer, which is a really, really good machine for folks of all ages, shapes, sizes. We have many members who are rehabbing recent medical procedures or joint replacements, use this machine really successfully. It is a full body upper and lower body workout if you want it to be. It could be legs only if you want it to be. And just get it going as you would a bicycle, Lindsay, and forward positioning. She's positioned her feet in the middle of those foot pedals, and you just get going and hit the start button. And what you'll see on the screen is your level of resistance, which is easily adjustable there to make it more difficult if you want. And then we're going to have her, after she does that, we're going to have her put her hands on the handles here, and you can see that with your thumbs you can adjust the resistance and a simulated incline if you want, without having to move your hands to the screen. So, extending the arms and pushing, good for shoulders and triceps, as well as pulling back for upper back and lat muscles on the side. And then, virtually every muscle in your lower body, your trunk, being used to your calves, quads, and glutes with the lower body. And the faster you go, the better workout that your cardiovascular system is going to receive. But we encourage our members to try to remember the level a level of resistance that they were using, how long that they were on, and then the next time they get on, try to increase it just a tiny bit and see if they can notice and feel good about the progress that they're making.
Now, is there a benefit from having my hands here versus up here?
It's just comfort level.
Okay.
Different size, participants, where they feel comfortable. Shorter people are probably going to be holding it lower, and so that's just personal preference. Probably not a huge difference with muscle, with which muscles you're using.
All right.
Yeah, nice job, Lindsay.
I like it. Thank you.
Okay, finally, we're going to have Lindsay demonstrate our cardio strider, which is a recumbent bicycle, offering comfort and sitting and taking strain off of the back, and supporting your weight while giving you the ability to really get a good cardiovascular workout using your upper body. So you can use arms and legs as or just one, just legs, just arms, as you choose. And so the first thing we're going to have Lindsay do is adjust the seat. So let's have her pull it up a little bit. So you pull it up, and then we're going to slide the seat up a little bit. Let's just try it there and see how she does with when she extends her legs. You know, in the bicycle motion, you want to extend the legs. Is that too far?
Might be a little too far.
Okay, so let's lower that seat a little bit. And pull that up and let it go down a little bit. Lock it in and see if that's a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick start on the green button there, and then, oh, it's already started, I believe.
Oh.
So, yeah, once you started, it kicked in. So again, this is on just kind of a manual mode, and you can adjust the resistance as you see fit. So there's, you know, this resistance level button right here, if that's really easy. If you're using arms and legs together, you'll feel like you can increase the resistance. Yeah, so.
Now,
There she goes. So now let's have her, Lindsay, demonstrate arms only. So she's gonna put her feet right up on here, and then you'll feel right away that your legs were helping a lot. So
Yes.
Oftentimes you might need to lower the resistance level a little bit, and you can tell that you're gonna get a good upper body workout of triceps, shoulders, and pecs as you push and pull on those. These two handles are also adjustable, you know, for the size of the person on the machine. So let's get the legs back on there.
Yeah, let's get the legs back on.
Yeah, help her out a little bit. And you can go legs only as well and put your hands there. And this feature allows her pulse to be taken. And you can see right here, Andrew, if you want to show what that screen looks like, we can see Lindsay's heart rate as she, continues to go. And what we try to recommend is having the exercise person operate between 60 and 75% of their maximum heart rate. And to find your maximum heart rate, you take the number 220 and subtract your age. So Lindsay's clearly only 28 years old. So we're going to go 220 minus 28, whatever in the upper 180s, upper 190s, or whatever. So anyway, you can figure out right on here what your target heart rate would be, and we can help you with that.
Great.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. This is
Good
a great.
job.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. We thought it was very important to do a segment focusing on balance and strengthening cardiovascular health as you age on retirement age. It's even more important at that age to get some great physical activity. If 65 and up, if you're in the 65 and up bracket for age, the minimum amount of physical activity, moderate physical activity per week is 150 minutes. So Susan gave us some great exercises you can do right at home, even if you do not have your own weights. She did the soup cans, the water bottles, and then Jeff focusing on the equipment that you can do at any gym in your location. And so I also wanted to give you a few resources here in the Arlington area for the aging folks for physical activity options. There are 2 Bone Builders programs. One is here at the Arlington Common, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30. There is one at the East Arlington Federated Church, and that's Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. And you would just need to have your primary care doctor sign or fill out a form saying you are health-wise, physically, and able to do those programs. The next is I host a walking group for BVHC, Battenkill Valley Health Center. It's the Making Strides walking group. We meet Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock. In the winter months, we are at the Arlington High School Gymnasium. And in the fair weather months, we meet at the Arlington Rec Park. So that's Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. If you have any questions about it, you can call Battenkill Valley Health Center, which is 802-375-6566 to get more information. But all are welcome. There's no requirements. And you can also visit the arlingtoncommon.org website to find the list of physical activity fitness classes here, or how to become a member as well. So those are just some great resources here in the Arlington area. Again, thank you for joining us today.
Well, okay, that will do it for this episode. Many thanks to Lindsay Sherman, Susan Toth, and Jeff Barclay for their time and advice. It's important to stay active as we age, and not just for physical reasons. There's a mental benefit as well, many would say. Stay tuned for our next episode on health and wellness in the Northshire. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.